Welcome back to another monthly portfolio update. If you are stopping by for the first time, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. In this video, I will share with you how much I invested in February, the number of shares that I bought, and the value of my portfolio at the end of February. But before I continue, a quick disclaimer. The information that I'm sharing is not financial advice. Before you invest in anything, please do your own research and make sure that you only invest in things that you understand. With that being said, I will dive right into my portfolio update. I will start with a quick recap of my January portfolio to show you the value of the portfolio and the number of shares that I had before the beginning of February. The total equity of my portfolio as of January the 31st was $40,361.46. $40,337.48 was the market value of my investments, and $23.98 was the cash amount. At the end of January, my portfolio was up of $527.15. This was plus 1.31%. You can see here my holdings, 2 Vanguard ETFs and 2 BlackRock ETFs. The first Vanguard ETF is VCN. This ETF tracks the entire Canadian market, and I had the 64 shares of VCN at the end of January. The second Vanguard ETF is VFV. This is an S&P 500 index ETF, and I had the 220 shares of VFV at the end of January. The first BlackRock ETF is XEQT. This is an all-in-one equity ETF which holds Canadian equities, US equities, developed market equities other than US and Canada, and emerging market equities. And I had 344 shares of XEQT at the end of January. The second BlackRock ETF is XUU. This is a US total stock market ETF, and I had 190 shares of XUU at the end of January. I will now show you how much I invested in February and the number of shares that I bought. I bought 2 shares of VCN. The cost per share was $41.18. The total cost, $82.35. And this is 6% of the amount that I invested in February. I bought 6 shares of VFV. The cost per share was $97.47. The total cost, $584.81. And this is 44% of the amount that I invested in February. I bought 10 shares of XEQT. The cost per share was $25.43. The total cost, $254.34. And this is 19% of the amount that I invested in February. I bought 10 shares of XUU. The cost per share was $40.99. The total cost, $409.85. And this is 31% of the amount that I invested in February. In total, I bought 28 shares, all the ETFs combined. And the total amount that I invested was $1,331.35. This is $333.61 less than the amount that I invested in January. As you can see here, in January, I invested $1,664.96, and in February, $1,331.35. The difference is $333.61. I will now show you the value of my portfolio and the number of shares that I had at the end of February. The total equity of my portfolio as of February the 28th was $42,796.89. $42,244.32 was the market value of my investments, and $552.57 was the cash amount. At the end of February, my portfolio was up $1,105.33. This is plus 2.69%. At the end of February, I had 66 shares of VCN, 226 shares of VFV, 354 shares of XEQT, and 200 shares of XUU. Let's now take a look at some details about each of the positions. I will start with VCN. The closing market price on February the 28th was $41.79. The quantity of shares that I had, 66. The average price, $40.34. The book value was $2,662.46. This is how much I have invested in VCN. The market value was $2,758.14. This is 6.44% of my portfolio. With VCN, I am up $95.68 or 3.59%. Next, we have VFV. The closing market price on February the 28th was $97.73. The quantity of shares that I had, 226. The average price was $95.35. The book value, $21,549.10. The market value was $22,086.98. And this is 51.61% of my portfolio. This is my largest holding. With VFV, I am up $537.88 or 2.50%. Then we have XEQT. The closing market price on February the 28th was $25.80. The quantity of shares that I had, 354. The average price, $25.01. The book value, $8,853.77. The market value was $9,133.20. This is 21.34% of my portfolio. With XEQT, I'm up $279.43, or 3.16%. Finally, we have XUU. The closing market price on February the 28th was $41.33. The quantity of shares that I had, 200. The average price, $40.36. The book value, $8,073.66. The market value was $8,266. This is 19.31% of my portfolio. With XUU, I am up $192.34, or 2.38%. As you have seen, all my positions were up at the end of February. Actually, the stock market has been doing okay so far since the beginning of 2023. If you remember, at the end of 2022, my portfolio was down minus 3.52%. In January, it went up to plus 1.31%. And in February, it has gone up to plus 2.69%. I don't know if this momentum will last or if we will experience another drop in the stock market the coming weeks or months. Towards the end of 2022, a lot of analysts were predicting a recession in early 2023. But so far, we don't seem to be in a recession, and the economy is still adding a lot of jobs. The US economy added 517,000 jobs in January. This was the largest jobs gain since July 2022, and the unemployment rate dropped to 3.4%. In Canada, the economy added 150,000 jobs in January, and the unemployment rate held steady at 5%. Even the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has recently revised its growth forecast for 2023. The IMF now expects a US GDP growth of 1.4% in 2023 instead of the 1% initially predicted. As for the global economy, it is expected to grow now to 2.9% in 2023. But don't forget that these are just predictions, and no one knows for sure how the economy or the stock market will perform. Things can change pretty quickly. 2023 may be a good year for the stock market. It may also be a bad year. Anything is possible. Personally, I will stay the course and keep investing consistently whether the market is up or down, and focus on the long term. Alright, this brings us to the end of the video. Feel free to leave a comment below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.